Of course, I did go to the Louvre, as I mentioned.
Yes.
And I'm a very lucky person. It's actually my second time there. This time, I think a highlight is definitely... Okay, let me start from the beginning. So when I was doing my master's in the US, I did a research of a female landscape painter. Her name is Louise-Joséphine Sarazin de Belmont. Her time was the early 19th century. It was a very different time in many ways, for women especially.
Yes.
For her to be a landscape painter, it entails a lot of challenges that, say, most male artists in that era wouldn't face. And she was really just exceptional. She was financially independent, didn't marry, had no kids, and traveled extensively. Before she passed away, she actually donated several of her works to museums because she envisioned that what if people from a later generation could see her work. And I'm one of those people. And I got to see her painting called A View of Paris from the Louvre at the RISD Museum in Rhode Island. That painting, it prompted me to do research on this painting and her. And then I know that she painted that scene from the Apollo Gallery from the Louvre. So this time I was very determined
to get really, to the Apollo Gallery.
Which I had before, but it was like a different setup, I think. Anyway, so I went there and I really want to find that angle where she painted the city scene of Paris then. So I want to see what it looks like now. But guess what? When I went to the Apollo Gallery, the side of the windows, they were all fenced off, and they have the curtains like drawn down.
No.
So I was like, no, is this a joke? But I was so determined. I took my phone and I pulled up the painting by Sarazin de Belmont, and I talked to one of the guards to see if it's possible to let me go near the window. I just want to look out from the window and take some photos, and that's it, and I'm happy. So I went to a security guard and I explained pretty much what I told you, and she just like, yeah.
Oh, cute.
Super cute. But it was just like, I was just imagining if I didn't say all of that, I think she'll probably be okay as well. So anyway, I approached the window, lift the curtain, and I look outside from the window. It's the exact same angle of her painting, of that painting. And I was totally nerding out, geeking out, and my heart was pounding so fast. And while other people are like, what was she doing? Really, they're like, is there something to see at the window? So
well, there is something to see, but
for me.
For you.
Yeah, so that was really nice. And before I left the Apollo Gallery, I actually gestured to the security guard and thanked her. She made the whole trip really special. Yeah, so that
really shout out to people who work in the service industry,
frontline staff. Huge shout out to you. And so that was really, really, really amazing for me. Like, I feel, I really just like, this is what I meant when I really care for things that people don't usually care about. And I find that really cool. It brings me so much happiness. And of course, like all of I'm sure you know Jacques-Louis David, his paintings, especially the big ones. You know, the Crowning of Josephine?
Oh, yes.
Because last time I was at the Louvre, that whole gallery, I think it was not open. So I was really sad. And this time I got to see that gallery. It was really amazing. Especially just seeing the paintings that I studied when I was in university is really special. It reminds me of a professor that really changed my life, Dr. Joseph Murphy, his class. And just, I feel like museum visits for me are still very special. And I kind of feel like this solo travel really brought me back to a space that's really good for me, I would say.
Yeah.